90% of the people who become genuinely wealthy in this country will never once trend online for it. Because everything you've been shown about getting rich, the flashy car, the I made six figures by 25 video, the crypto chart screenshot, none of that is actually how most wealth is built. It's marketing. It's a costume. The people who actually end up wealthy are doing something almost embarrassingly boring. And the people chasing the flashy version, most of them are broke in 5 years. Not because they're unlucky, because they're solving the wrong problem. Here's the stake. If you get this wrong, you don't just lose money, you lose decades. You spend your best working years running as fast as you can in exactly the wrong direction. By the end of this video, I'm going to show you 8 of these boring habits, the quiet ones nobody posts about. And I'm going to save the most important one, the one rule that actually connects all the others, for the very end. Let's start with 2 people. I'll call them Character A and Character B. Character A works 80 hours a week, 2 jobs, sometimes 3 side hustles at once. Newest phone, leased car, every win gets posted, every struggle gets hidden. Character B works 1 steady job, same modest car for 11 years. Nobody's impressed by Character B at a dinner party. There's nothing to post. Fast forward 3 years, Character A is deeper in debt than when we started. The income went up, but so did everything around it. Character B has almost $40,000 sitting quietly in savings, no debt, and hasn't changed a single visible thing about their life. Same 3 years, same country, same opportunities, wildly different outcomes. And the entire difference comes down to 8 boring habits that Character B never talks about because they don't feel exciting enough to talk about. Let's go through them. Here's something to notice next time you're standing in a checkout line. Look at your own cart. How much of it was on your list before you walked in, and how much of it just found its way in? Stores don't sell you groceries. They sell you decision fatigue. Every single layout, every end cap display, every as seen on TV impulse rack near the register, it's engineered to catch you at your most tired, most distracted moment. 90% of people think the problem is willpower. It's not. The problem is walking in without a plan and trusting yourself to make good decisions while exhausted after work. Nobody makes good decisions exhausted. But groceries are the small leak. The next one is the leak most people never even think to check. Pull up your bank statement right now, actually do it, and count how many small recurring charges you don't fully remember signing up for. Companies don't sell you a subscription, they sell you forgetting. The entire business model of modern subscriptions depends on you not checking. Most people think $10 a month is nothing. It's not nothing. It's $120 a year, times however many of these you're quietly running, times however many years you don't check. And once you plug that leak, there's a bigger one hiding in plain sight, the one tied to the car in your driveway. Watch what happens to a new car's value the moment it leaves the lot. Not next year, that day. A car dealership isn't selling you transportation, they're selling you a monthly payment disguised as an achievement. Most people upgrade their car every time their income goes up. That's the single fastest way to guarantee your income increase never actually reaches your bank account. Now, here's where it gets uncomfortable, because the next one isn't about money at all, it's about who you're comparing yourself to. Notice how much of your spending, if you're honest, is actually a reaction to somebody else's life, not a decision about your own. Social media isn't selling you connection, it's selling you a permanent, invisible bill, the tax you pay trying to keep up with a highlight reel that isn't even real. Most people think they're immune to this. They're not. Nobody is fully immune. The people who win aren't the ones who never feel the pull. They're the ones who notice it and pause before acting on it. Which brings us to the habit almost nobody wants to hear because it sounds too simple to actually work. Look at the order your own money moves in. Does saving happen last, after everything else, with whatever's left over, or does it happen first? Your bank account isn't just where money sits, it's a decision-making system, and whichever line item goes first wins every single time, automatically, without needing willpower. Most people save whatever's left over. There's never anything left over. That's not a coincidence, it's math, and lifestyle always expands to meet whatever's available. But automating savings only works if you also fix the next habit, because otherwise you're just quietly refilling the hole from a different direction. Look at any credit card statement you're carrying a balance on and find the interest rate. Now compare it to what your savings account is actually earning. A credit card company isn't lending you convenience, they're renting you your own future income at a price most people never actually calculate.
Most people carry a small balance because it's manageable. It's not manageable. It's a guaranteed compounding loss that no investment return can outrun. And once debt is under control, there's one more decision that quietly determines everything, the biggest purchase most people will ever make. Notice the gap between the number a bank is willing to lend you and the number that would actually let you breathe every month. A lender isn't telling you what you can afford, they're telling you the maximum they can profit from without you defaulting. Those are two very different numbers. Most people buy at the top of what they qualify for because that's the number they were handed. Then they spend the next 25 years house rich and cash poor. And that decision, the gap between what you're allowed to spend and what you should spend, is actually a small preview of the one rule underneath every single habit on this list. Here's the rule that connects every single one of these. It was never about how much money came in, it was always about how much you let quietly walk back out the door. The grocery cart, the subscriptions, the car, the comparison, the savings order, the interest rate, the house, every single one of those is really the same decision wearing a different costume. It's the decision between reacting to what's in front of you and choosing on purpose. Character B never had a higher salary than Character A, not once in 3 years. Character B just made that one decision over and over in 8 small disguises until it stopped being a decision at all and just became who they were. If you remember nothing else from this video, remember this. Wealth was never about the number coming in, it's about how much of it you actually let stay. Now here's my question for you, and I actually want a real answer in the comments. Which one of these 8 habits is the one you already know you're guilty of but haven't fixed yet? Be honest, I'll be reading. And if this kind of quiet, unglamorous money truth is something you want more of, subscribe, because I've got a lot more of these real stories coming, and none of them are going to try to sell you a course.